Shradha and Vinnie, thank you so much for talking to Autocar Professional. Really appreciate your time.
Thank you for having us.
First of all, my compliments. It's a great execution here at Yashobhumi, the Component Show 2025. Really brilliant organization. It's very systematic, very neat and clean. So your thoughts about it, if you could just recap the last few months and weeks, how the build up to the show, I'm sure it would have been very hectic for you guys as well.
So a few numbers and then I'll let Vinnie speak. This is possibly the largest component show India has ever seen. 70,000 square meters, more than 1,000 exhibitors, 5 international pavilions, a lot of international exhibitors. People are showcasing future tech, future process technology, product technology, digitization, and lots more. So, as we sit on this inflection point where we are going through this transformation, you can actually see it.
Yeah.
So it's been very exciting. So, Vinnie, would you want to add something?
Yeah, so I think I must give compliments to my team and the leadership. I do not know who's slept more or who slept less. But yes, I think all in all, it's fallen in place. And we're very, very happy and proud. Today, we are a very, very confident industry. We're a very resilient industry. And this show is all about our resilience. It's about our confidence. It's about our resolve to stay relevant. And relevance means today is that we are transforming and we are transforming ourselves from a brick and mortar industry into a technology industry. And as President said, this show is all about technology.
And then that clearly shows, through the pavilions, you take a walk across the halls, it clearly shows the kind of technology that is on showcase at multiple companies, and which truly speaks about, like you rightly mentioned, we're at the inflection point of this transition to EVs. So what's the buzz that you're getting from the ground? What's the sense you're getting from the ground, from the exhibitors, from the visitors? Are they really enjoying this show? I mean, what is the business takeaway for people from here?
I think people are loving it. The footfall's been great. The excitement is great. We have more OEs than we could think of who are actually coming in. So I think everybody who's out there is excited to show what they have, is equally excited to see what everybody else has and how we can collaborate, how we can work together. I think there's a lot of that feeling that I can see out there.
Right. Yeah, so ACMA is all about togetherness. The whole community is very close-knit and very, very well bonded. And as President said, we learn from each other and we complement each other. Therefore, this is a great orchestra. And this show is a crescendo.
And if I may get, your thoughts, Shradha, on, the broader trends that you're going to see in this year, which is the start of 2025. And already we are seeing some technologies here. Yeah. But broad trends, that you would pick that, okay, these are the key ones that we are going to see unfold even further going forward.
So I think electrification in general is a trend that is, common voice. And when you say that it's just not the e-mobility, it's also generally the car by itself. It's becoming more a sum of electronic parts than it ever has been before. I think that's one thing. Sustainability, extremely important, not just a buzzword, we owe it to ourselves and to our future. I think that's a theme that's coming out very strongly. Also, make in India, localization. And when we say localization, it's not just product, it's technology, it's process. And the other thing is skilling. If you go around and you see, and ACMA's also set up their own space here for the Center of Excellence. As we pivot and as we move, one thing that we need to do is reskill our workforce, upskill, reskill.
Right.
As a country, we're very good learners. So, if we need to educate, we need to skill, and we'll be ready. So, you'll see a lot of this across all, across all the exhibitors, and a common theme that's running across.
Right. Vinnie, if you could just give some more details on, on ACMA's initiatives when it comes to hand-holding the smaller players as well, because it's not just about the tier ones, but you have a lot of tier 2s and tier 3s as well. So what is ACMA doing in that sense to bring those guys up to speed with what is happening the world over?
So I think this year was very defining in the terms that one thing that we did special and that was led by the President was that Typically, we always did a tech show wherein we showcased our products and technologies in the OEMs, but this time was very defining because we did two tech show where we had the tier ones hosting the tier twos to demonstrate their technologies to create better connect and sort of in some sense for the tier ones to discover new supplier bases, in some sense our initiatives to deepen the value chain with a more stronger connect. But that apart, traditionally our cluster programs have been extremely strong and well received. We have helped around 1,400 plants over the last 10 years to become world class, and our programs keep on evolving, and today we have some 26 variants of program, right from the basics of the 5 S's in a shop floor to the advanced programs where we help companies manage or reduce the carbon footprinting, about their resource efficiency, about digitization. In fact, right here we have a small, a pavilion for the ACMA Center of Excellence, and I would urge you to go and take a look at it. And that demonstrates how companies engaging with us have in fact saved such a huge amount of money in terms about their resource efficiencies, about what they have done to reduce their carbon footprint, about, as President said, sustainability, about circularity. I'm very happy to see that the industry is on the right path, and this is like a never before showcase. Yeah, it's a celebration, it's a festival. Yeah.
Right. And Shradha, beyond sustainability and efficiency improvement, diversity is also one topic, which is, and with you being a dynamic lady leader of this body at this point in time, what are the initiatives that you're driving towards, improvements in that direction?
There are a lot of initiatives that are happening right now. We are trying to look at diversity as a whole. It's not just gender. It's all kinds of diversity. You have differently abled people. There's a lot more that goes into diversity.
Right.
One thing is clear. Diversity leads to innovation. We've tried it, we've tested it, we've proved it. But as ACMA, we are running many programs. We are working with the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, and we are actually working with the entire value chain to see how we can do this better. It's a pity that in this sector, it's at an average of only 6% right now. But we need to take it up, and we will.
To double it. From about average of about 8%, we endeavor to double it, have more inclusiveness, and of course, while it's a much larger definition, but at least if I were to say we want to double the women workforce from current 8% to about 15 to 16% in next 5 years, and as President said that we've tied up with the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, and the program is teed together by Good Business Labs, and the Good Business Labs is pretty much present here, and I would again urge you to sort of visit them and see what kind of initiative they are driving in the automotive.
So I think one thing that they're really working on is that to increase the women workforce in the mid and senior management. Okay? It's not just at the entry level. So we have to look at it holistically. There's a lot more work that needs to be done there, but we are going to get there. I'm testament to it.
Right.
And then also, not just, there are several women leaders in the ACMA executive committee, and I'm sure and I'm very confident that in times to come, you will have many more leaders in ACMA, and I hope they would replace me with a woman.
It'll be a good sign.
Indeed.
Absolutely. And Vinnie, if you could also, reflect on some numbers, about the industry's performance, where is it likely to close in this financial year, FY25? What sort of growth are you looking at? And broadly speaking, the key headwinds and tailwinds that are ahead of the industry, right?
So maybe I talk about the numbers. Sure. You could talk about the headwinds and the tailwinds because she's more on ground. So last year, as you know, our turnover was 74 odd $1 billion, and we grew almost close to 10%. And as you know, in the first half, we continued to maintain that momentum, and despite the challenges that you have, and also somewhat softening of sales. But the interesting thing is that while there is softening of sales happening, value terms, everybody is growing, right? And I'm pretty confident that we will maintain that pace of growth. We should definitely be growing 10% plus minus. Also, the good news is that last year we exported 21 billion US dollars. We had a modicum of surplus, which was around $300 million. And in the first half, we were almost about $11 billion in export, and we were $150 million in trade surplus. And again, I think I'm very confident that we will continue to maintain that. And we firmly believe that the India growth story, mid to long term, is very, very exciting. And I'm sure you could talk about more on the on-ground challenges.
Yeah, so I think challenges are largely in terms of geopolitics and, supply chain disruptions.
Right.
Both are beyond anyone's control. The good news is that we as an industry are very adaptable. We navigate. Given those circumstances, we're still growing. For 6 months, as we grew at 11%, we're still trade surplus. So I think, that's what it is. We're excited.
Thank you very much, Vinnie. Thank you so much. Wish you all the best. Thank you so much. Hope the show goes strength to strength from this point onwards.
And then we wish you good luck, and we also hope that you and your magazine grows strength to strength with us. Yeah, I mean, you've been a great channel to take us places. So thank you for being with us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah.